Hello, everyone. In this video we will discuss how to do environmental communication correctly. Here is the table of contents. As we have seen in previous webinars, there is a full range of standards already existing for environmental concerns, especially in the field of management systems. Of course, there is also an ISO standard for environmental communication which gives companies and organizations a guideline on how to approach this difficult topic. The ISO standard 14063 provides advices towards principles, policies, strategies as well as certain activities for external and internal environmental communication. As many other ISO standards, it is applicable to all organizations regardless of their size, type, location, structure, activities, products and services, and whether or not they have an environmental management system in place. It can be used in combination with any of the ISO 14000 family of standards, or on its own. The 5 key elements of ISO management systems are also applicable to this particular standard: document an environmental policies and procedures document. Plan the integration of policies and procedures into business operations. Implement the policies and procedures within operational processes. Check the effectiveness of the policies and identify opportunities for improvement. Review system performance with all levels of management to promote adoption, engagement, and continuous improvement. Advantages of following an ISO scheme instead of alternative approaches especially include low entry barriers, which means that you can relatively easy start to incorporate ISO principles and concepts into your organization without having to make big initial investments. Cost-saving concepts, by focusing on economic aspects such as efficiency as well. Low-cost approach, since it is focusing on documentation first. Management buy-in and support, which means that the management has to be in the loop from the very beginning. Management processes and concepts follow a comprehensive approach whenever you implement a standardized approach. Key elements have to be taken into consideration to make the process successful. The key success factors of implementing this particular standard are: employee involvement. The first key element for having a successful communication strategy in operation or any other related standard in the context of an EMS is always to achieve full participation of all employees, from top management to shop floor workers. Regulatory compliance. One of the main objectives of implementing ISO standards is not just to meet the organization's own criteria and objectives but also to meet legal requirements. In the context of environmental communication, this could mean reporting to governmental agencies when it comes to transparency or labeling and advertising your products correctly. Higher efficiency. By implementing standardized procedures that all relevant stakeholders get familiar with, an organization can increase the efficiency of their own processes tremendously. On the other hand, it is also a prerequisite of a successful implementation since there are always costs and other efforts involved which can be compensated by processual gains. Using the right performance indicators. Every project and implementation has to be accompanied by effective performance indicators in order to be able to track the progress and development. The right choice is key to monitor the most relevant information and processes. Improving customer relations. Last but not least, customers or clients and also business partners should be involved in these kind of initiatives so they can contribute to the outcome and be part of process in an effective way. Taking the concept or customer relations to the next level, stakeholder management is considered one of the most important elements of environmental communication. This discipline does not only involve effective communication with your respective clients or customers. It is about creating an image of sustainability and taking things seriously. This can only be accomplished through involving all relevant parties in the process of environmental communication. This includes municipalities, capital providers, customers, employees, environment, government, managers, media, NGOs, shareholders, suppliers, and probably many more. It is all about setting up preventing measures, and once you established a solid image of caring about the environment thoroughly, the actual execution of environmental communication, for example in the event of a crisis, is not as relevant anymore. There is a thin line between proper environmental communication and greenwashing, since good greenwashing can also boost the company's image towards environmental concerns a lot. There are quite a few companies which improved communication strongly according to web search. The most famous ones are being presented here. The difference between green marketing and greenwashing is usually not easy to spot. Between green marketing and greenwashing, there is a delicate line as well. Green marketing, as opposed to greenwashing, refers to the practice of businesses promoting their goods and services as being environmentally beneficial. BP. Distracting from their own activities by focusing on the big picture. If you look at this published picture, you can see a lot of relevant outlooks in terms of energy. Challenges as well as sustainable solutions are being presented. But what is BP's role in all of it? How could BP contribute to this particular vision? Isn't BP working in the field, which is here being kicked out of the market? IKEA. They focus on personal stories in the context of environmental impact, but they only talk about 150 households, which has actually a very small impact. Coca-Cola uses recycling as the key message. It is true that they improved the possibilities of recycling, but in the big picture of the sustainable development debate, it's only one aspect of many. Centrica as the British gas company. This company uses a multi-format storytelling approach in order to create a very believable impression and image. Lush is a sustainable cosmetics brand, and it has created its own digital media publishing platform to spread its environmental vision. Lacoste is under the theme Save Our Species. Special edition polo shirts were manufactures where Lacoste substituted 10 endangered species for the company's iconic crocodile logo. Shell actually set up an energy podcast creating awareness of potential dangers, developments, and the need for renewable energies. Last but not least, we would like to emphasize a final aspect which is important to implement and conduct environmental communication successfully. Connecting the environmental communication with a clear vision and mission of the company. Everything that the company does should be aligned with each other and should be part of broader strategy towards a way more sustainable future.